And Hoggle. If she ever kisses you, I'll turn you into a prince.
You will?
Prince of the land of stench.
Hey guys, Hackerzon here with another Diablo 4 video, and I am stoked as hell to be talking about this one in today's video. I'm going to be covering an event that that's happening on the 4th, but more importantly what comes from that event that's actually sticking around, and also a little bit of speculation on some stuff I'd be stoked to see. So let's hop straight into it. Gilded Goblins galore. Jesus, say that 3 times fast. Okay, cool. We got some new Treasure Goblins. Finally, if you guys played D3, you know they had a ton of different Treasure Goblins types, ones for specific things. They even had one for pets, which was my favorite one, but we'll get into that later because I don't know. We'll see that in D4, but I would love to. So I'm going to cover what some of these goblins are because they are sticking around, but for the time being, from March 4th to March 11th, we're going to have not only another reputation track to burn through, but you are going to have increased rates on goblins, increased chance to see larger packs, greed shrines, and increased chances on them when fighting the world boss for Avarice as well. That's super cool, especially if you are still burning through the season and you still need mythics, whatever that looks like. That's fine, that's awesome. But more importantly, these goblin variants are sticking around past the season, so we can expect to see these in every season, which is freaking sick, especially because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like Treasure Goblins have been very underwhelming ever since launch. I don't know that I've gotten anything crazy from them. Maybe some from good unique pulls, maybe a good GA or 2 or something, but I never felt like I had anything too great. So let's hop into what the actual goblins are. I'm super stoked on these. So first we have the Odious Ector, however you want to say that. Looks like a little green guy, little green goblin man. And he's going to be your crafting mat goblin, but more importantly, we got some Obdicite drops as well, so that's pretty sick. Do note this one's only going to be found in Torment tiers, and that's fair. I mean, it's not like we're running out of crafting mats, and you don't really need Obdicite before you're in Torment anyway, so that's pretty cool. Gilded Baron's going to be your typical gold goblin, right? In a nice little gold color. And that's literally just gonna be a ton of gold, which, I mean, with how much it costs to actually do any kind of rune trading or anything like that, this could be huge. I don't know what kind of numbers we're looking at, but it could be awesome. It also doesn't have any kind of mention of only being in Torment or anything like that, so we should be pretty safe there. Money's actually important in D4, so unless you're farming out all your own runes on, you know, your soloing account, but I don't know. I just, this doesn't sound fun to me. We got the Glittering Prims, gonna be your jewels, right? You're gonna be getting gem fragments, and runes. This one's actually pretty exciting. Gem fragments, of course, are great, especially with how much you need for the later end, or if we see similar mechanics like we did with the cult gems in the Season of Witchcraft, because you needed a ton for those, not even including the normal gems. You gotta sock it into your stuff too, so that's great. But then also getting runes, I'm wondering how intense this part's gonna be, if it's mostly gems and then you get a rune or 2, or if you're actually gonna be getting a good amount of runes as well, because again, that'll just help for trading, selling, for whatever you need. So that's pretty sweet. I was pretty excited and happy to hear about this one, and this is also only going to be in Torment tiers, and it says Undercity Tributes and Scattered Prisms. You can also grab it. It was pretty cool. I like that. We also got the Curious Merle. Now this one I don't really care about, but I do think they made a very nice player-conscious decision with this one. This is going to be the Obol's one, the Goblin for the Obols, but they specifically have him drop Merle's bag of Obols here, which is cool because they even state here, for those wanderers that often travel at maximum Obol capacity, me, I'm awful about remembering to gamble, this bag can still be collected in your inventory regardless of whether you're at maximum cap or not. So that's pretty sick, just because I guarantee for myself at least, if I'm out and about and I see one, I'll kill it, and then I can at least still pick it up. As opposed to the alternative being what, like porting back to town, let me gamble real quick, then port back and grab them, kind of like with the blood shards back in D3, but it's still pretty cool. Nice little quality of life change right there, or change addition, I suppose. Then we have the Gelatinous Cirrus. D3 also had something similar to this. I want to say they're the blue ones as well, and they multiply. They just keep multiplying. Yeah, when you kill one, it splits into two. When you kill two, it splits into three. It does say you have to kill the smallest goblins of the pack, so that doesn't tell us exactly how much they're gonna keep shrinking down. If it's anything like D3, it was actually quite a bit. So these ones can be fun. It says it drops one legendary item with an increased chance of dropping legendary items at higher torment tiers. Gold, boss summoning mats, that's always nice, and a chance of elixir. These ones honestly sound like the most boring to me. I mean, technically you're going to be getting like a ton of kills on them, which is pretty cool, and you'll see a lot of loot drop, but it's not very exciting. I do like the boss mats. I feel like the boss mats could have almost maybe been worked into like the crafting mat guy, since that's only Obdicite and crafting mats, but hey, at least it's there. That's pretty cool. And then the big dog, the cream of the crop, fancy old Fedric. He is purple. What else is purple in the game? The Mythics. And yeah, that's it. It is just a dropped Mythic, which is sick. I will say, if we look at the wording here though, it does say, where is it? For you may never get this 1 in a million chance again. I mean, with how rare Mythics already are, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like not just being arbitrary with that number. Like that, I could see that actually being 1 in a million chance, but hey, you know, if you're just burning a season, you're burning rifts, like whatever it is you're doing, and one pops up, that's pretty cool. You know, it's at least going to be a Resplendent Spark if it's something you don't need and you want to trash it. It does say managing to kill fancy old Fedric grants a Mythic unique, a Resplendent Spark, and earns you bragging rights for all time. Yeah, sure, maybe if it gives you like a title or something so you can prove it to your buddies. Otherwise, it's like, are they gonna believe you, right? But that's wild that you get a Mythic and a Resplendent Spark, and then if you get a trash Mythic, 2 Resplendent Sparks. Pretty sick. And then of course for the actual event, you do have your actual reputation track to burn through. I don't know what those rewards are gonna look like. I honestly don't even know if I'll hop in to do them, because they're all gonna be in-game rewards, or just like current rewards versus permanent cosmetic rewards, or at least there's no mention of that, so I guess I'll at least hop on to check it out. One thing that I really hope that they do, and I'm very confident that they won't, like I mentioned earlier in the video, D3 had Treasure Goblins specifically for pet dropping, but D3 had a ton of pets, right? They had a ton of them, and they had no cash shop. They had no real world cash shop, right? So obviously there was no issue for them to take away incentive from spending real money. Now we obviously have the microtransactions, which I'm not too bothered by microtransactions, but one, they haven't even put pets into the microtransaction store yet. Give us a cool goddamn mount or something, Blizzard, Jesus Christ. Very happy about the recent Raven pet. That is a nice change of pace. But I would like to pretend that we might get to see that in the next year or something, when we start getting cooler pets themed off of old bosses, or you know how like they have the cow spearman, or even just the dairy cow, you know, stuff like that. When there starts being enough pets, or even just like non-premium cosmetics, I guess if you want to say, and they could add in like a cosmetic goblin that, I don't know, could be just as rare as the fancy old Fedric for Mythics, or more rare, less rare, however it looks. But I don't know, you know, give something that opportunity, because when they see that's something that's going to drop a permanent cosmetic, that's probably going to be more of a, oh my god, one of these goblins, than even a Mythic, because the Mythics, yeah, it's really cool. I'm not downplaying it, but like, you can work your way towards a Mythic pretty easy, right? So either way, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Are you guys stoked for the new goblins? Do you guys want to see a return of like an actual Avarice Goblin type dungeon? I definitely want to see that. I always loved running that in D3 just for some gold whenever anybody got the puzzles, right? But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I appreciate the hell of you for sticking around. Please drop a like and sub if you dig the content to appease the YouTube gods. And outside of that, take it easy. I will see you guys on the next one. I love you now. Bye.